All right, welcome you guys. Thanks for coming on. I have a couple things to say before I turn it over to Lindsay. First of all, thank you for watching my leadership takeaways. I will be doing a part 2 of that, shooting for Wednesday-ish. I really appreciate how many of you guys took the time to watch that, and be expecting part 2. I guess I wanted to say in introducing Lindsay that Lindsay has obviously come on with quite a presence and added so much to our team. I think we all, myself included, have this like, I'm like kind of starstruck by her and have this curiosity factor. Remember, she came on with like 52 or 57 Success Club points. And she's continued to be rather record-breaking ever since. And her and Lindsay, or her and Emily, have an incredible partnership. And it's very much an honor and privilege to have her lead this call tonight. It's also like her anniversary, or yesterday was, and so I feel like it's a sacrifice for her to be doing this. We all know how busy she is, because normally on a team call, she's like in her kitchen doing stuff, like with it on her counter. So we all know that she's very busy, like we all are. And so I really appreciate that. A couple more things before I totally hand it over. In case you're new or watching the recording, or you're not aware, her Success Club points and her team volume have been rather astonishing. Also, her ability to train her coaches to have impressive volume and Success Club points has been really impressive too, which means she knows something about duplication. Kristen, I love your new haircut.
Thank you.
A couple other things before I turn it over. She's going to be talking about fourth quarter, and specifically the theme of consistency. And we all know, I've been saying it, other leaders on the team have been saying it, this tends to be the time of year where things dip. You guys are having a really good October. From all the reports that I'm running, we're doing all right. You guys are doing okay. October's a little bit of a sweep up from September for us. But really take notes and pay attention, sit up straight, and listen to what Lindsay has to say. One more thing about Lindsay that's cool. That I just want to say this to give you guys kind of a little butterfly of excitement when it comes to your team building. As you continue to recruit and lay the pipeline of your business and recruit, because you know you're going to recruit people that this is not a good fit for. You are going to recruit people that become inactive and that don't want to do this anymore. That's why you have to continue to recruit. But so that's a bummer about the business, right? When someone goes inactive or it's not a good fit. But what's amazing is that once in a while it's a perfect fit. And what's really cool is I never would have ever met Lindsay. She lives in Alturas, California. I'm in Eugene, Oregon. Our paths would have never crossed. But here she is, this huge presence on my team, and I didn't know her but for Emily. And you guys, as you stay consistent and keep laying your pipeline, you're gonna have Lindsays. You guys will. You're gonna have people that you never would meet otherwise, but someone in your downline knows them, and then they contribute to the health of your team. So with that, I'm gonna mute myself for the rest of the call. Thank you, Lindsay, for coming on.
No problem. Thanks, Ellen. I hope my internet it gets kind of shaky at this time of night, so I hope I come across. But so in our team, we've been talking a lot about consistency and really trying to attract, a certain type of person, like more of you to duplicate what you're doing, and just kind of really show what you believe with this business. Because when you try to push products and you try to just say, this is on sale, people they're not gonna be turned on by that. They're not gonna be inspired by that. And so one thing that we found is, I've been reading Start With Why. And so I'm on a big kick about why you're doing this, and why you are living this healthy lifestyle, because people want to know. Some people are, they're in a rut and they don't understand, why why don't you eat sugar, or why don't you eat dairy, or, things like that. And so you want to try to, every single post, you want to kind of show what you believe in, because I believe in this company, and I believe in these products, and I believe in this lifestyle because it has changed my life so dramatically. And so we talk a lot about that. And, I want to attract people that want to be in my life. And so one way to do that, especially now, is you're looking for those people who really need your help, and who've been watching for a long time and kind of want to show you, or kind of want to jump in and say, okay, what is this about? What's she doing? And so you want to be a constant presence there on your social media to really, just always be in people's minds, because they keep talking about this fourth quarter and how it's kind of a slow time. But then come January or come December 26th, when people are, they've gained some weight over the holidays and not feeling good about themselves, who are they going to look to? It's the people who have been consistently doing what they say they're doing what you believe in. And so, we use social media as the way to share what we believe in. So that's my only little spiel I'm going to go on about, kind of how we train our coaches on our team to kind of just what their presence should be like on social media. So now I want to really show you kind of the nuts and bolts of what I do, to make sure that I'm staying consistent in people's minds and fresh in people's minds. So if you don't know, my day job is I'm a computer tech at a county office of education, and I'm also an ed tech coach, which means I coach teachers how to use technology in their classrooms. And so I kind of have a little upper hand, because I'm on, I'm on Google all the time. I'm teaching people how to use Google is what I do. And so I'm always learning about new websites, new places to make cool stuff, new, ways to keep students engaged. And so that's what I do, during my day job. But it's kind of nice that I can be on and play around with this kind of stuff, and use it in my business as well. So one thing that I do is, I schedule my posts. And so that's what I'm going to show you, are kind of some of my tricks that I use to do that, to make sure that I am posting consistently every day. Because what I do is I start with Instagram. And so I'm going to share my screen so you guys can all see what I have going here. So, okay, can you guys see my screen? Okay, so here's my Instagram profile. I posted these 2 posts today. But then if you go to my Facebook page, you'll see that, I posted both of these early this morning, but they didn't post until 5:30 and 6:45 tonight over on my Facebook page, because what I have is I use this website called Buffer. And, oh, my internet's kind of shaky, sorry. I use this website called Buffer, where I have it set so when I post on Instagram, it takes those posts and it puts them in a queue that automatically posts to my Facebook 4 times a day. And so to do that, so write down buffer.com, and you need to know another website called iftt.com, which is if this then that. And that's where I learned it. It's also an app. And so it makes workflows. And so what I do is I have this recipe where when I post on Instagram, it puts it in my Buffer queue, which automatically goes over to my Facebook page and posts on my like page 4 times a day, so that I'm consistently posting when I see the most engagement, which what I found is I actually see a lot of people checking their Facebook early in the morning, like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. So that's why I have one set for 6:30 in the morning. I have another one at noon my time, so that when people are checking back in Facebook at lunch, then they see my posts. Another one for about 5:45, or I think it's 5:15, something like that. I'm not quite sure, but so I have it so that right now my queue is empty though. So I need to go and post a few things on Instagram so that I don't have to worry about it tomorrow, because most of my business is through Facebook. I mean, I post on Instagram because I like the apps and I like the way I can make it look, and It's really easy in one step. And so that's the flow that I have there. So I use if this, then that, ifttt.com. And I have it set up to grab my Instagram posts and post on Facebook. So I have it here, and then I can see like the analytics of what I've posted lately. And it shows me, see, it just went out, 15 minutes ago. It's only reached 6 people so far. But it's kind of nice too, because I can say it didn't get very much engagement and I wanted to repost it. I can rebuffer it and put it back in my queue, and it will post it again for me. And I don't even have to do anything else. I just hit the button, it puts it in the queue, and it does it again. And so that's really the benefit of a like page too, is, you can connect more profiles. If you look over here, you can connect like your personal page if you want. But I like to use my business page just because it's easier for me to just bombard it with business stuff, because people expect it that way. I'm really careful about what I post on my personal page, just because, it's like I have 2 different personas almost, but I really like using my business page. So as you can see, this one went out at 5:15. This one went out at noon. This one was at 6:45, and it got 110 people, and 5 people liked it. I mean, it's not very much, but, it just depends on the day. This one about my anniversary, 2 comments, 10 likes, and 265 people reached. And so, it gives me the analytics to see what kind of things people react to. And as you can see, people react to emotional stuff, when they're not reacting when I'm posting about a sale, they're reacting when I share my life. And so that's kind of a cool thing to see too. And as you can see, this is on the App Store. You can manage it from your phone. Here's another top one, was a post about Super Saturday. So yeah, it just gives you feedback on what you can do. And if I wanted, I could just hit rebuffer this post, and it puts it back in my queue, which means it would post it tomorrow morning at 6:45, and I don't have to do anything. So it's kind of nice. Does anyone have any questions about if this, then that, and buffer before I move on to another one I use?
So what does if this, then that do? Is that kind of like the formula that you got to convert your Instagram to then put it into there? So if you could explain that a little bit more for me.
Yeah, it's a really handy website. I mean, I can't move my thing. Hold on. So it kind of, if you go, I use the app a lot on my phone actually, to create different recipes. So you can do anything with it. It's kind of cool. My aunt introduced it to me. So like, I don't know if you know what an Amazon Echo is. Do you guys know what that is? Okay, it's this little like Bluetooth speaker I have that I can talk to that's attached to my Amazon account. And so I'll say, Alexa, add onions to my shopping list. And it does that, and it sends me an email because I made a recipe about it. And so you can find so much cool stuff that you can make it. It says, make your workflow, like make the internet work smarter for you and things like that. So you can connect your Evernote, your Facebook, your Twitter. And so it's just kind of a cool website. I don't know my password off the top of my head, or else I'd log in and look and see what I have. Hold on, let me try something real quick. But that's what I did, was I connected my Instagram to this buffer. And so let me see if I can log in. Maybe. I usually use the app. Okay, here we go. So you create these recipes. So use Buffer to share your latest Feedly source. I mean, it just depends on the social media markets that you use. So, it will save pictures automatically from your Facebook to your phone, or, whatever, or backwards. You can save certain things to Dropbox from Facebook. I have one set, so every day it puts the weather on my Google Calendar. So all I have to do to check the weather is look at my calendar, and I know, what the weather is. And so, I mean, you can seriously find anything you want. So if you just want to look for Instagram and Buffer, I mean, you could see if it would come up with, okay, see, send Instagram pics to Buffer, and then I have it in my Buffer account to add to my Facebook page. And so it's just,
this is free?
Yeah. It's
okay,
free.
nice. And Buffer's free too?
Yeah, it's free. And so, I mean, you can you can automatically, I mean, you just look up the different things and you can find so many different ways to use it. But the whole point is that there's these websites out there that help you run your business smarter. And so that's what I like about it is I don't have to be posting at the same time, you know, because I know, okay, most people see my posts at 7:00 at night, so I have to post at 7:00 at night. No, I don't have to do that. All I have to do is post to Instagram whenever the inspiration strikes, and it puts it in this queue for me. And so then it automatically, I'm consistently posting 4 times a day for my business page, you know, about whatever it is that I'm trying to get out there. And so you can edit it on Buffer though. You can change it. You can say, okay, I want to share this one now, and it'll bump the other posts up. So it's just really handy. So you don't have to be everywhere at once, and you don't have to be stressing out about, you know, consistently posting. Yeah, Ellen.
I have a couple questions. When you rebuffer, do you run the risk of people seeing the same one twice, or how does that work? Are you worried about that or not?
No, I'm not, because, you know, I mean, a lot of the same people do like my posts on my business page, but
right.
it depends on what it's about. Like the one that I rebuffered today, actually, it was, I have a friend an internet friend who she just found out she has breast cancer again for the second time, and she's going through treatment for it. And so I'm working with her to, you know, she has a big social media presence. And so I said, okay, what do you think of this? I said, if you send some people my way, I will donate $20 to your Avon Walk cause for breast cancer, you know. And so I rebuffered that post to just get it out there again. And so you know, for her, she's trying to fundraise for breast cancer research. And so I had the idea to do that. And so we're kind of working together, and I wanted it out there again. So it just depends on what it's about. You know, if it's a challenge group post, do it again, you know, because you're supposed to be, you know, think back about 2 weeks before your challenge group starts, and you want to post like every other day. And so, you know, you can use the same one, or you could even change the picture and just recopy the text and change it up however you want. But it's just, you have these posts saved, and you can see the analytics on them. You can see what times work. You can change it. I used to only do 3 times a day, but I bumped it up to 4 because I wanted to be out there more.
I have another question, sorry. So I often, I probably need something like this because I often am inspired and have the time in a moment to post something when I know it's not an ideal Facebook time. I know it's not a high traffic Facebook time, but I'm like inspired, and I have the 5 minutes or 10 minutes to craft it, and so I do it. And so this would probably help me, but I have another question. So you know how like with video, how Facebook is getting really competitive, and how if you just upload directly through Facebook, your videos get so much more traffic. Like that's something I've noticed. It's incredible. So I've wondered if, and I wonder if you know this answer, if like, you know how we post something to Instagram and we share it to like Facebook and Twitter at the same foul swoop, we just share it. I think Facebook owns Instagram, right? Because my question is, does it compete with, would I do better on Facebook if I didn't share via Instagram, if I shared to Instagram and then went through Facebook, if you know what I mean, found that Instagram edited photo and then uploaded it directly to Facebook? You know what, am I making any sense?
Yeah, you are. But, you know, if there was something you really wanted out there, I would do it both. Just because you're not going to, I mean, some people probably, if they did see it twice, they probably wouldn't even realize. They probably just thought that they, you know, refreshed their feed and they're seeing it again.
Right. Okay.
I would do it both places. And then you can also see the analytics to see how many more people saw it and see,
Good
you know,
point.
that kind of thing. So if it's something that you want out there, that's what I would do is, especially with videos, sometimes I'll post them straight to Facebook, and I'll have it on YouTube, and I'll share it again with the YouTube link. So that we can, you know, just to get more eyes on it. And because a lot of times it won't be the same set of eyes. It's not the same set of people who are watching all the time, and they're not on the same time on the internet at the same time as you. So I would do both. Okay, so this is the recipe that I actually use, but there's others that other people have used. So you can see that I posted last to Instagram about 9 hours ago, but my last post to Facebook from my Instagram page was not even, it was half an hour ago. And so it's nice that I don't have to worry about it. I mean, I don't think I have enough of following on Instagram to worry about being consistent yet. You know, it's more about hashtags on Instagram of who can find you and things like that. So, you know, I like to use Facebook, and I like to make sure that I'm consistent on Facebook. So you want to be out there so that people are thinking about you, especially in a couple months or now. Now's great too. Okay. Any other questions about those websites? But yeah, if this, then that is pretty nice that, you know, it saves my Instagram photos to my Flickr account. So they're saved, you know. Here's my weather report, shows up on my calendar because of this website. So it's kind of fun. You can seriously find a recipe for anything, but it just makes it nice.
So a lot of stuff is just like automated for you now.
Yeah.
So you just have like, you don't have to save any pictures to your computer. They're all in your Flickr because it just goes.
Yeah.
And you have this huge database now.
I can delete everything. Yeah.
Nice.
So, yeah, it's nice. Nice that I don't have to worry about it.
Lindsay,
But I do need to fill it up. What was that?
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
How far in advance do you have to do this? Do you do this every week? Do you do this every month? Do you do it every couple days? How far in advance can you do this?
Like how big of a queue can you kind of get built up?
Yeah.
Well, like for instance, right now my queue is empty. So the next thing I post on Instagram will be the next thing that will get posted. And so say I know I'm going to be away from my phone or whatever for a day, then I'll try to like build up my Instagram account so that my queue is built up on Facebook. I mean, you can do it as much as you want. You go in and you set the preferred times that you want it to post for you, how many times a day. Say you want it every other day, you know, I don't know why you do that though. You want it every day. You want to be out there and be noticed and seen all the time. And so, like I said, I used to have it 3, but I wanted to bump it up to 4, and I might even bump it up to 5, you know, and it's just nice that you can see how much interaction there is for each, you know, on business pages. So. Does that answer your question though? But yeah, you can build up your queue as big as you want, and then you don't have to worry about, you know, being around your phone, or you can just set it to share now and get some of those out there, or you can delete them or change them or whatever. So you can even change the order. So say you wanted something, you know, maybe you talked about a morning workout or something, but it's posting at night, you know, maybe you want to bump it down to the next day. You know, you can do that. And it is nice that it's an app on your phone too, so you can see, you know, what you have in your queue and stuff like that easily.
So Lindsay, so I have a question. So you actually have to post on Instagram for it to hit your Facebook.
Yeah.
Every single day you have to post?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's nice that I don't have to post in both places for it to hit both places. So yeah, that I just like to use Instagram because it's just easy for me to post that way, because I like to, you know, I like to try to make scroll stopping posts, you know, ones that look nice that people want to read. And so I like to use the filters, and I have other apps that I like to use. And so Instagram is just the easiest way for me to post the type of pictures that I like to post. And so, but then they automatically go to Facebook for me, so I don't have to do it.
Cool.
And so Heather, also just to make sure you fully understand what she's saying, just so if she does like 16 posts on Instagram, because she has it set for a day, so it'll last for 4 days. So it's not every day that she has to post. It's just however big she builds up her queue. So.
Yeah. Yep, that's exactly right. So yeah, say I knew I was going to be away from my phone for 4 days.
Thank you.
Load up my Instagram, and then it would consistently post for me only 4 times a day, because that's the schedule that I set to post to Facebook for me.
So essentially when you're loading up Instagram, you're like blowing up for a day. right?
Well, only on Instagram though. I'm not blowing
Right.
up Facebook though.
Right.
Facebook, it's still just going to be just
Right.
whenever I set it. But yeah.
Well, and Instagram's a little different too. I feel like people are like,
They're
people
only
don't
on
mind
for-
if you're blowing up their picture feed, you know?
Yeah, and people aren't on Instagram. At least I'm not. I'm not on Instagram watching my feed enough to do that. It's like I only see what's there right then, which is usually only when I'm posting a picture. I just glance around real quick. I do
Right.
notifications for a lot of top coaches, like so I can see what they post, and so it'll tell me when certain people post things. And, you know, I watch Emily, and I get notifications when my coaches post too, because I want to see what they're posting and make sure to show them some support and stuff like that. So, yeah, I do that. But yeah, I might blow up Instagram, but I don't think it really matters just because of the way Instagram is. But Facebook, though, everything could be there and then it's gone. You know, I go to people's profiles on Instagram if I want to look around. So. Or it's a lot has to do with hashtags. You know, if I just look up a hashtag that I used or thought was interesting, or looked at someone's picture and saw a hashtag, and I click it so I can see everyone else's hashtags. You know, I do that a lot to try to, you know, just try to attract people to come over to my page. Is I'll, you know, look for certain hashtags and go like a bunch of them and see if they'll come over and like mine.
I agree. I mean, I post with a ratio of like, I don't know, like 3 or 5 to 1 Instagram to Facebook because of exactly what Lindsay just said. With Instagram, people are just on there for like a minute or two, and it's like instant, and it's gone. It's like it disappears because they're not really gonna go.
Yeah, they're not going to keep refreshing their feed. It's like you might see someone's page, and then I'll actually go to their page and I'll look at their profile. So instead, but some people use it a lot differently though. That's just how I've started using it. So I use this website called Instagress. And so what you do with Instagress is you connect your Instagram with it, and I mean you have like 3 days free, and that's it. Otherwise it's you have to pay for it, but you know you can get that 3 days out of it. But what it does is it automatically you set it to kind of this activity right here. You set it to start, and you can set it to like every single picture that pops up with a certain hashtag. And so for instance, like
no way.
So yeah, it automatically does it for you. And so Emily and I noticed that Melanie Mitro kept liking our pictures, and we thought it was really strange. Well, then she was commenting the same exact thing on both of our pictures, and it's because of a hashtag that we used, and she's using a service like this. Yeah, and with Melissa McAllister, is that her name? Same thing too. We both got like the same comments from her on our pages, so we were laughing that they were stalking us, but they weren't really. They were using a service. So there's other websites out there, but I did it one day and just used up my free 3 days, and I set all these different hashtags that I like to use, like mom of 2 and moms who lift, and you know, a bunch of mom stuff, you know, because that's who, you know, easy to attract. And it liked like 2,800 pictures for me in 3 days, and I got a bunch of new followers. And some of the pictures it liked though were a little inappropriate, but oh well. But it was kind of funny, you know. But it's brought a lot of more traffic to my profile. So there's all these websites out there that help you work smarter, you know. And so.
If Melanie Mitro and Melissa McAllister are using something like that, that's in and of itself a good indication that this is a useful tool for us, because they don't do anything that they shouldn't be doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we both have the same likes and comments, and so it was a certain hashtag that we used. So
hey, what was that other thing screen you had up with the survey looking thing?
Oh, this one, right? This one. This is a Google form that I made for my coaches. And so they fill it out before we have our weekly conversation. So they put in their name, their email address, a struggle that they've had this week, a success they've had this week. Have you filled out your business activity tracker and or Power of Threes document? And then I want to know what flavor of Shakeology they're drinking, what workout program they're doing, and what personal development they're listening to, and the names of 2 people that they're chatting with, and what date they want to go diamond.
That is incredible.
And so they fill it out, and it puts it in a spreadsheet for me. So
Dude.
we can have our talk. It's Google. Okay, so I use Google for everything. So this is my one of my Google Drives. I have a few different Google accounts. But you just go to Google form, and then it puts all the answers for you in a spreadsheet. And I also use it for, this is my like coaching application. Oh, hold on. That's how you make it. But this is the survey. And so I've been trying to move away from Facebook for a lot of conversations that I've been having with people to have a really, move it over to email so I can get a lot of email lists so I can talk to people that way. Because some people can't be on Facebook at work, but they can be on email. Or Facebook could say, this girl is using this for business and take my account away, or something like that, And plus it's just easier, this is a kind of secondary Google account that I've been using, and it's just been nice for me to stay organized that way with using my Gmail account. But it's just nice that it's been connected to my these little surveys that I've made, and so then I can hear about people's goals, and just it's just nice that it. Let me see here. I don't know if I have it saved. I don't think I have it on this account. But like I have it, if someone wants a free Shakeology sample from me, they have to fill out a form, and then I get their email. So then I can send them stuff and talk to them that way. But my personal Gmail is like a big giant mess, but this one I decided to come over and use a different one, because this is another thing that I've used is I'm big on Chrome extensions. I need to talk about Kill Newsfeed, Bobby. Okay, so Chrome extensions. So I teach Google all the time. I use it for so much, and so one new one that I learned about is this one called Streak. And what it does is it helps you stay organized. So for instance, like I made this, I'm still learning how to use it, but it puts all your conversations into these like pipelines. So it's like, okay, I haven't quite perfected it yet, but if you look on YouTube, you can move the conversations from like, okay, lead to contacted to pitched. I mean, you can change the names of these, but it's like.
Wait, how did you get to this screen?
Okay, so if you you're in Google Chrome.
Look how many tabs you have open.
That is nothing, Ellen. Watch this though. Hold on. Watch this. So this is called One Tab, and it shrinks them all down. And then they're saved in a little
You're a genius! Who are you? Oh my gosh, how do you know everything?
This is my job during the day. This is my day job.
Okay, wait, I think I need to come to your job and take like classes or something from you, because I literally feel like I'm in kindergarten right now. You're schooling me, sister. Holy crap.
Kristen, we're road tripping to Alturas.
Okay.
We need to rent a limo.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so I love all the Chrome extensions. So if you're in Google Chrome, you go to this apps and you go to the web store. This is where you get all this cool stuff. So One Tab is like my favorite one ever, because see how I shrunk all of my tabs into this one page? Well, now I could even like share this web page with you guys, and you could get all these links. It's even going to make a QR code for you that you could scan and get to all these. I mean, it's really handy. Teachers think it's great. It's great for teachers. So this is what I do all the time. So you're in the Chrome Web Store and you look up, here's One Tab. I feel like this call is like going way beyond what I was going to talk about, but it's this extension. And so now this little button is here, and it takes all my million tabs I have open and shrinks them down so I don't lose my place if I have to reboot my computer or something like that. So I don't lose all of my tabs. So that's one tab. But the Gmail one is called Streak. I'm just learning how to use because it's amazing for organizing those conversations that you're having with people. So it's called Streak right here. And it's just a way, so you add it to your Google Chrome and it transforms your Gmail. Let me open my Gmail back up. Hold on. My little button's in the way. Okay. So I have all, hold on. It has to load back up. My Streak is gone. There we go. It's loading my pipeline. Okay, so basically what it is, though, is you can take all these people, like my free leads, for instance. I put them all in this category, and I can move them along in these conversations, or someone I'm talking to about my November challenge group. I can move them through these conversations. So say I wanted to, I'm going to rename this stage. I'm going to call it, I'm going to ask them about their why. And so maybe that's the stage I want to have. And so instead of me just throwing, this package at them and saying it costs this much, buy it. No, I need to say, okay, I want to start here, and I'm going to move them into their why. Then I'm going to call it this one. It moves them on to these negotiating terms. And so you can see, okay, I need to follow up with this person. I need to, basically see, I moved one person into down here. They purchased the 21-day fix. I'm still learning how to use it, but I just saw it and I was like, oh, this would be so amazing to have these conversations where you can just, move all these people and to just really keep track of it. So Streak, look it up, YouTube it, especially Streak for Beachbody coaches. There's videos out there, and that's how I learned about it, was another coach posting a video about it. But, because it's hard to keep track of messages on Facebook. At least it is for me. And so if I can get everyone to move over to email, then I can have much better conversations, is what I found. So,
Wait, so do you have email conversations with them? Like, say they move from contacted and then you're going to talk to them about their why. Are you calling them on the phone at that point? I'm just curious. Or do you typically keep it in email?
No, I'm terrible about phones. I
heard that about you. CJ told me that about you.
I know, I suck. But I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone, especially with like my coach one-on-one calls. And I tell them that. I'm like, I know I put it off, but we need to have these conversations. We need to talk. We need to check in. So
yeah, I agree. You should push yourself in that realm, but also you're inspiring to people that are maybe, I'm not saying that you're shy per se, but maybe that people like you. There's so many people I think that are like you, like that. And so that you can be successful and be like kind of hiding behind your computer. And I'm not saying that in a negative way. I'm saying that I think that's really cool that you don't have to be this outgoing social butterfly that talks to people all the time, to be successful at this business. I think that's really cool. That's interesting though.
I know I'm terrible. Social media is like my thing because I'm such an introvert. I don't like big crowds and people and all that. No, I'd much rather do it this way. So, one thing though I want to show you about Streak is, you can create these things called snippets. So say I get a new lead, and all I have to do is use these snippets that I've created, and I click this, and there's my email message to my new lead, and all I have to do is just send that. And so that's what I send them. And
Wait, how did you do that again?
Okay, so if you have Streak.
Yes.
Okay, so if you have Streak, the only way I know to get to it is if you start to compose a new message, because that's where you write it. And so when you compose a new message, it shows all these little options down here, and this one is called snippets. And so I have a Shakeology reminder one that I send out to my customers, and I could even do Shakeology reminder, and I could time it for later so I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to remind them when it's actually time. And so here's my new coach email. I have a new coach. I click this, and here's my email to them. And so I don't have to recreate the wheel every time. And so that's how you get to them, is right here is you do manage snippets, and then you can create new snippets right here, and then your templates are done, and you just pop it into an email and it's done. So I like snippets. So yeah, I have one so far. I've created one for new coach email and my new leads, Shakeology reminders, and then I'm trying to create some better ones for kind of the customer process on how to how to chat with them. And so I remember like the 5-step invitation process. Just okay, this could be step 1, step 2, and another handy thing about Streak. I don't know if you'll be able to see this though. Okay, so here's some of my sent emails. See the green eyes over here? It means they've looked at it. It means they've opened my email. These people haven't opened my email. Isn't that handy?
How'd you get the green eyes on there?
It's
That's
part of Streak. It's part of
Streak.
Mm-hmm. This is why everyone needs Gmail. So yeah, it's nice that you can see who's viewed it and how many times they've even opened it. So like this guy here, he's he's pretty good about talking back or replying to me, and so it shows that he's viewed this 6 times. He's one of my free leads, and he got sick, and but he wants Shakeology, and so we just have conversations.
Wait, can you go back one page to the inboxy thing?
My inbox or my sent mail?
Well, wherever you just were before this page. How it has like where it's here. Okay, so where that says like in blue, lead program and potential customer, and
those are labels.
Is
so
that
right here
different?
So yeah, those are right here.
Where?
So
do I have those already?
Yeah, you have them already.
I'm just not using them.
You're just
Did you label those yourself? It's not funny, Bobby.
Yeah, I label them myself. Okay, so I'll show you how to create a label.
Wait. Okay, you're gonna show us how. Okay.
Okay. So here is an email I forwarded to myself, and here are the labels. And so all you do is you do create new label, and so I'll call this Mastermind Calls, because I rocked my mastermind call today in my diamond group. That Joe told me I killed it. So it's fun. So you got to get to diamond so you can participate in those calls, people. Okay, so now I created it, and now it's this Mastermind Calls. It's down here, and now I just changed the color. I'm going to make this color. So go back to my inbox, and it's there. Or another thing I can do is, let's see. Another option is you can do filter messages like this. So now every time I share something from my other Google Drive, it'll automatically label it. So I'm going to create a filter with this search. I'm going to call it Team Documents. I'm going to apply it to these 12 conversations that I've already forwarded from myself. And now all of these are automatically in my Team Documents label. And every time I do that now, it'll automatically be in there. So now see how much more colorful it is? It's nice. So now they're all in here. Really easy. So filtering, Streak. Bobby, you want me to show him Kill Newsfeed? This is one I shared with Bobby that helps me stay focused. So you add Kill Newsfeed to Chrome, and every time you go to Facebook, it'll tell you to quit getting sidetracked by Facebook. So let's see, it's still loading. Okay, now it's done. Now I go to Facebook and watch what happens. Now I can't look at my Facebook feed and get distracted. But what I can do is I can still go to my notifications and look around, but I won't get distracted by all the junk that's in my newsfeed, especially, you know, when I'm trying to stay focused and get my stuff done in the short period of time that I have, which, speaking of, I need to get going soon. So does anyone have any questions? I know I've thrown a lot at you. This is what I do every day, and so I know, I'm sorry. I do this a lot.
Thank you so much. This was fantastic.
I kind of hated it because it's so humbling. It was so good. I just feel like it's awesome. It's awesome. It's just like, oh.
Well, if we have questions, we can go to Lindsay.
You know what? Here's the thing. We recorded this so we can watch it at any point in time that we want, and we can take notes, and we can go back and back and back and back and back.
Yeah,
Right.
I agree.
And we might need Lindsay to do like her own like YouTube training video that she shares on our team page that is specific to like one of the 18 things she introduced us tonight. Like literally the one with the, now see, I've already forgotten what it's called, but with the, where you go to like the, my contact, my lead, my contact, my why, whatever that was called. Like,
Just look that one up on YouTube, because there's really good videos out there. I'm still learning that part, but I just think it would be so valuable to like be able to move people through these different steps of trying to get them to, you know, join.
Yeah. Okay. So YouTube, and if you find some good stuff on YouTube, share them on Team Play Hard, please, for us, because and you know, anyway, and if you're new and you're watching this call and you're not tech savvy, don't commit suicide.
I'm sorry.
This is her gift. Like we all, that's the thing. We all bring different things to the table. You could have almost zero tech skills and be great at this business. Or, you know, like this is her gift. She's a genius. So
I make it work for me because this is important, you know. So I work smarter, not harder.
That's what I was just going to say.
That's what I was
Go, girl.
I was thinking, like, all this stuff you're showing us, like, you're saving yourself millions of hours that, I mean, that's why I kept thinking that in my mind, like, gosh, this is just so time efficient. Like, you're not having to reinvent the wheel over and over and over and over again.
And I didn't make this up either. I didn't magically think of it. I saw other people doing it, and that's what I do is I noticed that little like Jen Embers uses the Hootsuite, you know, mine is causing me problems, but I've been trying to use it too to schedule my group posts so that I don't have to make sure that I'm in there every time. And so,
Hi,
well, I gotta go.
Okay, wait, hold on. Can I take a picture? Hold on. Everybody smile for just, you gotta smile. You gotta hold your smile for a couple seconds. Okay, I did it.
Thank you. You know what I really appreciate is the scheduling thing. I've been asking to be shown that, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Oh, okay. I'll share another tip that I have in the group. I can't right now, but
Okay.
yeah.
No. Bye, Lindsay. See ya.
Bye.
Thank you.
Wow.
That was nice, Bobby. Just took her right off the call.
Readjust my brain.
Good food.
She is amazing.
I need an Advil.
Ellen, you can hit stop recording now. Before you're out of there.
Oh.
I like aftermath.